Shaq has a great show in addition to, what's the name of the show on TNT?
Shaq in the Food.
No, what's the name of it?
NBA.
Inside the NBA.
Okay.
And then as an addition to the show, they have Shaq in the Food. And the star of Shaq in the Food has been JaVale McGee. Basically, Shaq in the Food is a show that shows some of the bloopers of various players where they made some silly plays, maybe shot the ball over the goal, may have made an errant pass, may have slipped, fallen, so forth and so on. And for the past probably it's been on about 4 years now because Shaq been on TNT for 4 years. JaVale McGee, as Shaq would say.
Pam McGee's son.
Pam McGee's son, the former Tennessee great and also USA basketball gold medalist. That's her son, or is it her son or
no, it's her son.
Okay, her son has been the star, and JaVale McGee has played for several teams. So Draymond Green, JaVale McGee's teammate of the Golden State Warriors, and JaVale McGee just got on Golden State this year. He had issue with Shaq, and he told basically Shaq, man, it's time for y'all to leave JaVale McGee alone. So Shaq says, guess what? I'm not going to feature him on Shaq and the Food this week because there was no Shaq and the Food. But what Shaq does, he actually doubles down and he puts a little production together called Dr. Strange, showing all of the bloopers of JaVale McGee, and Shaq, Ernie Johnson, and Charles Barkley just laughed themselves.
Now this was this was Thursday's episode.
This is Thursday episode.
I'm glad I didn't delete that.
Oh my goodness, it was hilarious. So in response to,
you probably got it on YouTube.
It is on. Oh, that's how I saw it.
Okay.
I actually missed it on Thursday night, but it is must see TV. It is funny TV.
I need to go back and look at it
So
again.
after Shaq aired it on TNT, Shaq and JaVale McGee had a little Twitter battle, and they got real personal. So JaVale McGee responds to the Doctor Strange production on TNT. Maybe he's in love with me. Maybe I should be flattered. I don't know, guys. And then Shaq took exception.
I'll read that part if you don't mind.
No, I'm going to keep it PG because you might mess around and say the actual words. But Shaq, in response to what JaVale McGee said, JaVale McGee, don't be acting like you a G. I'll smack the you-know-what out of your bum you-know-what that be looking stupid with your dumb you-know-what. So then JaVale McGee goes head on and responds, oh, we threatening people now.
Kick
rocks, you old dirty you-know-what, those who know the rapper. You ain't gonna do fill in the blank. And that's on my mama. He done put it on his mama.
Yeah, when you put mama out, I know them fine ways.
Then he said, stick to cooning. Then, Shaq, I gotta find what Shaq said, because Shaq had a real good response to it. Where is it? Okay, and then Shaq responds, JaVale McGee, now since you're on a good team, you want to act like you're a player. Now stop it. You will be remembered for Shaq in the Food. So
good one, Shaq. You got him with that one.
So in other words, don't act like you a ball player now that you were with a good team. The only reason why you are a star is because of Shaq in the Food. What's your thoughts about what happened, man?
Other than this Twitter war being extremely hilarious between JaVale McGee and Shaq, I think I'm kind of on some of the other guys' side that Shaq probably need to let it go. You know, I mean, Shaq, you're a member of TNT now, man. You're a member of the NBA media. We all know you're a hilarious guy. But to continuously pick on this man, especially now that he's on a good team, I mean, I don't know, man. This is funny right here, man. I don't even know if I should tell Shaq to stop because it's funny. And now they got the Twitter war going back. I don't want that to stop. It's like y'all two are must-see TV every week. But I'm not going to say, Shaq, you should stop. But I do understand what people saying. Shaq, you kind of in the media now. You probably need to be the big man and let it go. You're a great player. This guy will never be in your category as big man, Shaq. I mean, you a Hall of Famer. He ain't going to come nowhere close to the Hall of Fame. The most he'll ever do is maybe get one ring with the Warriors this year if they win it. you'll still have 3 more rings plus a Hall of Fame career over this guy. He'll never be in your category. So I do understand why people saying you kind of stooping down to his level, going back and forth with him. But this is Shaq, man, and Shaq been entertaining his whole career. I mean, how do we say this is stooping down to a level when Shaq been doing this his whole career?
And he's still doing it.
Yeah, this
Look at
is
the commercials.
Yeah, this is Shaq's level right here. So
yeah.
I can't really say it's stooping down to a low level when this is Shaq's level. He likes beefing. He likes, what we call joning back in the day. Shaq like joning people. He like, going back and forth clowning folks. So
and he doesn't mind even making a fool of himself.
No, you really don't. So I mean, maybe this is Shaq's level. So I guess I shouldn't say you stooping down to Shaq level. Shaq really just being himself.
Being himself.
Honestly, yeah.
And see,
I don't know why Javale taking it so personally. You could come back with something funny against Shaq. Or, just don't let it get personal. Honestly, dog, you on a good team. I wouldn't let what Shaq doing upset me to that point. But personally, I wouldn't have had the response JaVale McGee had.
Now, I'm going to say this. On one side, I'm going to side with JaVale, and on another side, I'm going to side with Shaq.
Yeah, I can see both sides.
Here's the issue I have with JaVale McGee.
He's sorry.
Well, that too. He is sorry. But here's the issue. And Shaq stated it on Twitter. All of a sudden, JaVale McGee, after 4 or 5 years, wants to have a problem now.
True.
That Shaq is clowning him when Shaq has been clowning him when he played for the Denver Nuggets, when he played for the Washington Wizards, and a couple other teams.
Yeah.
So he didn't say nothing about Shaq clowning him. But now, since he's on the best team, arguably the best team in the NBA, getting a little shine, and is looking like a decent ball player. You can't help but look like a decent player when you are playing with 2 MVPs, 2 perennial All-Stars.
Yeah.
You could put me back out there at age almost 40, and I could probably still put in some work.
And you're right, because how good did Andrew Bogut look before he got there?
Exactly, man. So JaVale McGee, man, stop being Mr. Sensitivity. Because Shaq been doing this.
Mr. Ralph Tresvant up
here. Yeah, Mr. Yeah. Come on, man. He been doing this to you for years.
He has.
Not just since Thursday, but for years. Now, here's where I have the issue with Shaq. When JaVale McGee came back with him, it was kind of lighthearted. He said, maybe he's in love with me. Maybe I should be flattered. That was a good comeback. That was somewhat a comical comeback.
But Shaq ain't gonna take that one.
But and Shaq, being a man's man, he took issue to it, and this is where Shaq went wrong. He took what was supposed to be humorous and funny, and started making it personal and putting violent tweets out. And that's not necessary.
Yeah, I think that's the main.
That's where I had issue with Shaq.
If you had to keep it humorous on his level, say, yeah, I'm in love with you, baby.
Yeah.
I love talking something like that.
And I'm gonna keep talking about you.
Yeah, exactly. Shaq got kind of upset with this.
Yeah, Shaq want to throw bowls. Want to start fighting and
haymakers,
stuff.
boy. Y'all ain't in Detroit.
It ain't that serious, Shaq, man. If you're gonna be humorous, and I know this is the first time.
Jabbing at you, boy.
This is the first time JaVale fought back, and it kind of caught him off guard.
Yeah.
So he uppercut Shaq with that little tweet, and Shaq didn't know where that came from.
Ooh, boy.
So
I can see these two knucking hands.
Boy. But if we really looked at this thing, and if there were a boxing match between JaVale McGee and Shaq, it wouldn't even be no boxing match for very long.
One hand from Shaq.
It'd be the equivalent of when Mike Tyson knocked Leon Speaks.
You gonna go Leon Speaks?
And how many seconds was it?
It wasn't long.
Like 30 seconds. Everybody paid for that pay-per-view back in the day. And before you could even go get you some hot wings and some potato chips and drink whatever beverage you drink, that fight was over.
Over with.
And that's how, if Shaq and JaVale McGee got into fighting, that's how it would be in that boxing match. Shaq would beat the mess.
Put him to sleep like
Put him to
Pacquiao.
sleep. Put him to sleep. Basically, and I can't repeat the words, after Shaq put the beat down on JaVale McGee, just think about what Chris Tucker said in Friday.
He got knocked out.
And it was a lot vulgar than that.
Yeah, a lot more vulgar.
A lot more vulgar than that. So, look here, man. have some good fun. Shaq, keep it light. JaVale McGee, don't be too Mr. Sensitive. And
like I said, JaVale wasn't sensitive. It was Shaq that got sensitive at first.
Yeah, at first. You're right.
Because JaVale seemed like he was having some fun with it.
Yeah, he was. You're right. So I have to take that back. He was not Mr. Sensitive.
Being on a good team like that, I wouldn't be that sensitive these days. I can understand him being more sensitive the past.
Yeah.
Then now you probably gonna get a ring this year, JaVale. I would be ignoring all this.
Now let's switch gears real quick because JaVale McGee's teammate wanted to be Mr. Help.
KD,
you know what?
KD. I was listening to this last night. I'm gonna go ahead.
KD wants to come in and try to chomp Shaq, talking about how Shaq has made mistakes and how Shaq has not always been perfect and how Shaq missed free throws, air ball, free throws, how Shaq played for multiple teams. What were your thoughts about that, man?
And the thing is, I was listening to it last night. I heard Durant talking and I kept saying to myself, why is Durant on the TV talking for a long period of time?
About this.
And I'm like, did anybody ask you your advice, KD? I mean, who are you, the team spokesperson, the team peacekeeper or something? You just got there. Who are you? I need to hear this from Steph.
Exactly.
From Clay.
From
I need to hear from Steve Kerr.
Right. Steve Kerr did chime in. Yeah. So that's acceptable.
That's acceptable. You are the new guy in the locker room in a new situation, dog. You keep your mouth shut.
Shut it up.
Like Ricky Schroeder when Jimmy Smith got killed on NYPD Blue. Nobody want to hear your advice, boy. Just keep your mouth shut. You the new guy, remember? God.
I almost threw up when I heard KD.
And then you want to bring up Shaq's flaws. What about your flaws?
Look here, man. Shaq, KD. If you want to call the role about Shaq, you can talk about all his flaws. You can talk about how he played for multiple teams. But that man has 4 championships. 4 on 2 different teams. And the first round of championships that he had in LA, even though Kobe was a great contributor and Kobe was the closer, Shaq was Batman.
Appreciate you saying that.
Shaq was Batman, even though Kobe was his Robin, but Kobe was the closer. So that man has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 championships to your 0 championships. And Shaq never had to go pair during his prime with a former MVP.
I'll say Kobe is not Robin to Shaq's Batman. Kobe is Iron Man to Shaq's Batman. Kobe is another superhero. Robin is just a sidekick. Kobe ain't nobody's sidekick. He's another superhero. So we have Shaq as Batman and we have Kobe as Iron Man.
Give me that man crush statement again. Here we go.
No. Matter of fact, Shaq is Superman and Kobe is Batman. Okay, they are 2 equal superstars. Okay, I just want to clarify.
During that time, they were not equal at that time. They were not equal. Shaq was Batman and Kobe was Robin.